Welcome back to Echo Ridge and another episode here in our Tecumseh Deity series. I think we're on episode 4 now. We just finished settling our fourth settlement of Choctaw. I need to get another settler out, but more importantly, I need to figure out where we're actually going to settle. In the meantime, I figured we'll go say hi to our friends, Cynthian Neopolis. Well, we're not going to be friends, but I need to gobble up this warrior first and see what kind of fight they're willing to put up, because their territory looks awfully delicious. But then again, I could just befriend them. We're going to see depending on how strong they are. For the simple reason, if I do forward settle down here, it's far enough away from the Cynthians that it's not going to be too big of a deal. And remember, with Tecumseh, we get a combat strength bonus for every city-state that we're a suzerain of. Plus, we get a bonus to food and production in every settlement we have for every city-state we're suzerain of. Looks like somebody just completed Terracotta Army. That's not great. I will take the warrior and I will manually join the army. And that way my army commander can still keep traveling this way. I don't think we'll be able to go through this tile yet, at least not for another 2 turns. We have a similar issue with our poor scout, who is waiting for rescue at the coastline. But we cannot enter the coastline quite yet. Another growth for Choctaw. It is growing like crazy, and I think we need to work towards the jade. And this production, culture, and happy tile is just the one to do it for us. Troom Trock is offering military aid. I don't know if I love this because their units are going to get a +2 combat strength. I could just give both of our units a +3. It's only going to cost us 3 turns worth of influence. I could reject it for 20 influence and our relationship will worsen. I think we're going to reject it. They are our nearest neighbor, and I'm not convinced that we don't want to annihilate them here in the future. And right now, Jose Rivas and Lafayette have hostile relationships, so I don't necessarily have to worry about them because they're going to be going to war with each other. Plus, I'm friendly with both, so I don't mind having one enemy, even though her tech is kind of advanced. Speaking of which, when am I going to get to finally steal that tech? 7 out of 15 turns. Not too shabby. And here it is. Our sailing is unlocked, which gives us access to the fishing key, the galley, embarkation for our land units, and more food for fishing boats. Our entire army is in this little makeshift boat right here. And then we'll instantly go back to working on bronze working. You can see we do retain what research we did put into it previously. Looks like Lafayette's completed another world wonder too. And now it's sailing. We can take our scout and head off into the sea. And I can check out this little island to see if it's where we want to put our 5th settler. Our merchants finally made it to Choctaw. And I want to establish the trade relationship with Bayok. So I'm going to just right click onto Bayok. It'll take them a little while to get there. But once they do, I will be able to establish that trade route. It'll be a nice gold surplus for us too. Our army is coming up on the Cynthians, and the entire place is just empty. So I'm going to deploy our armies, and because we have assault, our warriors can move immediately, and I'm just going to walk in there and disband it, which has caused us to complete our Monk's Mound because we just received a bonus to production by disbanding a military village, and that's our first wonder. Look how beautiful. And now when we go into our resource allocation, there's our bonus 4 for resources. More growth in Appalachia. Nothing here is too exciting. I guess the best tile is this 4 yield coastal tile. And we have an event in the ruins of the devastated village. I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? +50 gold and +25 culture, or +150 gold. I'll take the gold and culture. And Lafayette is trying to make our relationship a little bit better. I'm thinking 2 more influence per turn. I only have 1 city, so it'd only be 3 happiness. Speaking of which, I do need to make a 2nd city this episode. That way we can put in more libraries. Trying to decide which one would want to make it. Alabama is already population 7, growing in 9 turns. Appalachia is 8, growing in 17. Choctaw is still 4. Oh, what is this? A Sagunya, an old Sagunya galley is attacking my city. What in the world? I'm going to have to buy a burning arrow here. I didn't expect to spend that money. Next up for production in Cahokia, I'm thinking about getting another merchant unit because we saw a couple of other trade routes open up. We also have the settler, which we do need, so I might go settler first, but it's about time that we grab some of these ageless buildings like the brickyards, which gives all of our clay pits, mines, and quarries more production, the saw pit. I mean, we have quite a few woodcutters. So I'm thinking we go saw pit. This tile looks pretty good, but I might want to save that. That's a nice wonder adjacency. Yeah, I think we'll put the saw pit and the brickyard in here. And once that's complete, all of our woodcutters will get that bonus production, which is going to help nicely. There's the 100 production that we received for dispensing Scythia. Troom Trock has declared war on Lafayette. That is a big deal. Good luck, Lafayette. If you wouldn't mind weakening her up, we'll go ahead and sweep in and take the rest. What is this? A settler? No, 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 no. Oh, that's not good. They're about to forward settle on me. I don't love that. The only place I'm thinking they're going to do it is for this incense and the Uluru. It's not the greatest of all settlements. So you do your thing. We have finished with currency, which gives us access to the bath, the market, which increases the number of resources that can be assigned to a settlement, which is pretty good, and +1 to a specialist limit, which we have not started getting into yet. More growth in Cahokia. I'm going to start having some of these settlements send their food back here, so I don't necessarily have to go that way. Oh, never mind. We are going to grab the jade here. That's plus 15% gold in this city. That's pretty nice. Lafayette's wanting to do a cultural exchange. I will do it for the +6 to culture. Plus, I'm still trying to make our relationship up to a 60. That way we can form an alliance. I think the number is 60 that you need on the relationship. I will just accept Jose's local festival for the +2 to influence. Oh, Choctaw just took another hit. This stupid galley from an independent village is about to destroy my city. Status report. We were able to steal a tech. We stole currency. And the spy remained hidden. Very nice. Might as well do it again, huh? Steal technology advancement for only 80? In Cahokia, we completed the saw pit. Look at the bonuses we'll be able to get from the brickyard. So I will throw this in there. Where is the saw pit? I thought we finished. Oh, right here. Beautiful. Time for our army commander to gobble up all the units. And it looks like Troontrock Settler has landed here. Just as I expected it would. Because that's where I would have put it. Somehow we earned a migrant. I don't know what we did to earn the migrant. Either way, we will resettle in Cahokia. Right now it's taking us 28 turns to grow. And I think we're going to take this flat tundra Haga, 2 production, culture, and a happy. I think the next growth I get, I will have to get into food though. District defense is destroyed. I don't know what that does for us. We don't exactly have defenses, but I will keep trying to shoot down that. There's no repair option in here. So it looks like we just got to stop getting attacked. They can't move in there until they destroy our arrow. The galley may be able to actually take Choctaw. I don't know why we're not able to purchase walls in here though. Maybe it's because Choctaw's not big enough. But if you look in some of our other places, there's ancient walls for only 240. It also could be because the defenses are down. I don't know how much longer I can wait before I put another settler down here. Because Jose has a settlement limit of 4 out of 5. And I really want all these goodies here. It would be really far, but then I could backwards settle somewhere over here to sort of connect them. I guess our scout is about to reveal some more of this area though. This could have some nice area. Oh, it's not very good at all. I think I'm going to send my army over here to the west just to keep an eye on the area. And there's Troontrock's new settlement. Not shabby. Choctaw's ready for another expansion. Oh, there's some more jade. And I can send that jade right over to our city. So we're getting 2 bonuses of plus 15% to gold. And we finally got a celebration. Production towards buildings or more food. We only have 1 city, so the production towards our buildings would only work for Cahokia. So I still think the bonus to food for 10 turns is the way to go. Right now it's 37 turns to growth. I'm going to slide in oratory, and it still says 37. Maybe it'll update next turn. I also think we're going to grab this garden. +6 to food, +2 to gold. That's pretty nice. I don't want to put it in these, though. I'm saving the library district for the academy. Here's our monument. That seems to be a decent place for a garden. The enemy still hasn't been able to do anything with Choctaw because I have a unit sitting in there. And still no access to build our walls. And at the end of the island, I did a search and it looks like there's more coastal tiles. So there might be another island up here. So I'm going to take our scout and we're going to go take a look. Our burning arrow has taken quite a bit of damage. So I'm going to back them up one and then have to purchase another one. Just so the galley's not able to destroy them. I'll have the other one sit and heal. 47 per punch. That's a lot. Firing back. And I got a feeling as soon as this galley leaves, this one's going to show up. We are up over 300 gold though, which means I can change Appalachia or Choctaw or Alabama into a city. The fact that this is coastal makes me want to do Alabama. So I think we will for 350. So next turn I'll be able to do that. And that way I'll be able to put another library down in Appalachia. The 37 turns did update to 29, so it's going to take about 8 turns of growth off. Of course, it's going to reset afterwards. But we do have the garden being finished next turn, and that is going to help us as well. Oh, the coastal tiles just leads right into the ice, so that was no help. We will head back there. Next up, I think we need to go with settler. We could also do the bath for even more food. I mean, that's not a bad bath tile. +5 to food, +1 to gold. Yeah, I will do that. I will also queue up the settler. And then after that, I think we go market. I mean, we can put the market with the bath. The merchants might appreciate a little bit of bath time. And then I'm going to do ancient walls because it's about time we finally get those. And then I'll come back here. This is only a smattering of turns because our production's so good up there. And this burning arrow is about dead. So it's time to move this one out. I'm going to have to hold off on that city so I can buy another burning arrow. Eventually, this galley is going to die. Looks like next turn, more growth on Alabama. Ooh, we got the silver here. There's also dates. I think the silver tile is just a little bit better. And remember, that silver is an empire-wide resource, so it's 20% gold towards purchasing units in any of our settlement. Jose wants to do a culture exchange. I'm only at 145 influence. So I'm only going to accept, and I need to hurry with that settler. What? Cabanal? 3-tile distance is on the silk, so they would be able to take the silk. But if I can get a settler right here, it will stop their advancement there. I just don't know if I can get it there in time. The Cahokia settler, I will boost that one up. I don't want to spend the gold because I want to get Appalachia turned into a city. We have finished citizenship, which gives us access to a cultural festival. The Weiyang Palace for +6 influence. I might try to build that one. And a couple of social policies, drama and poetry, and caste. Check our policies. I think I'm still good with what we have. And it does look like I can go directly into literacy. Remember, we're trying to hightail that so I can get the Nalanda Wonder for the extra codex and codex slots. It'd also be smart to put in literature while we're doing that. And it looks like this shot will finally be the one that takes care of that galley. Now I just need to hope that this galley doesn't take its place. Said Trung Trok has become the suzerain of Laventa. Where's Laventa? There must be something right in the middle of here. I'm trying to discover it, but I don't see anything quite yet. Since I can't move past that tile because of the archer, it does say Laventa. Let me do one of these numbers. My goodness, she has more places to settle back here too. This must be Laventa right here. It is. I don't think I'm going to make it with the settler. This town grows in 2 turns and there's no way they're not grabbing that tile. That really stinks. I need to figure out where we're going. Next up for some growth here in Choctaw, I'm thinking we're going to grab one of these tiles. That way we can get access to the silver. Notice that the district is healing because there's no one next to it now. So I'm going to grab this cultural tile here. That way next time we can get the silver. It's going to make purchasing units pretty cheap. And I'm going to leave 1 burning arrow in there. The rest of these guys are going to heal up and then I'll send 1 to go join this army. I just don't see another great settlement spot. I suppose I could put one over here. It's not a lot of great tiles, but it would give us access to the salt and the hides. Other than that, maybe down here. Alabama's going to be able to grab that gold. So yeah, this might be the best location. Maybe this oasis tile here. 1, 2, 3. It's still out of range of those dyes though. but it would get access to these dies, so maybe that makes up for it. Here's our settler now. We are going to take off towards there. The AI likes a city here. I mean, that only has access to one camel. I guess it does get this ivory because it's too far away from Choctaw. No, I like it over here a little bit better. Wait a minute, is there fresh water here? Apparently the sagebrush steppe has water in it. Or maybe it's because it's adjacent to the oasis. So I'm going to start the settler moving that way. Finally, our merchants made it to Bayok. Here's the trade route we're about to establish. And we just click this button, and there's our trade route, which is unlock the regional hub event. We can get the merchant's domain for 300 gold or an open air market for plus 300 happiness. Oh, I tell you what, the 300 gold is only about 6 turns of gold, whereas the 300 happiness is 10 turns. So I think we're going to take the open air market. We have finally completed bronze working as well, so the gold we do have is going to come in very handy very quickly, upgrading all of our units. Looks like Trock has started trading with us, which has given us 4 gold per turn. Next up on the tech tree, I think we need to head towards mathematics to get access to the academy, because I really do want to start taking a nice science lead instead of being so far behind. So we're going to go engineering into mathematics, and then whatever turns we have left, we'll start grabbing up some of these other techs. Like navigation's mastery is just too good. Plus 3 combat strength for naval units, plus 1 food on food buildings and a codex. And it does look like the reason why I wasn't able to build ancient walls is because the unit was sitting there. So I'm not excited about this purchase. Maybe I'll just wait until we get into more trouble again. But with all this gold sitting on us, we can now finally convert Appalachia to a city. And now when we go to production, you can see we can build a library, which is exactly what we want to do. What is this? This the city hall there. I don't want to build it there because I want to build it with an academy in mind. Maybe next to the elephants. And because Appalachia is now a city, you can see they have the extra resource slots as well. And now we have to start spending the gold on upgrading our units. I will actually do those second. Let me go into here. And apparently we have to be in friendly territory. Not a big deal. Just move over there. I am going to fortify on this tile, which will help defend our archers in case the galleys do come around. No wonder it was so difficult finding La Venta. It looks like there's only one entrance in and one entrance out. Oh, very nice. Because Bayok has added gypsum, we just gained access to it as one of our resources. So I'm going to go ahead and slot that in. What is this? +2 production to the capital, +4 production to any other city. It makes sense for it to go into Appalachia. Why can't I do that? I must wait until a new resource is required. What do you mean? I just gained access to the gypsum. To me, that's a new resource being acquired. There's La Venta. We will keep them in mind for the next age. Don't think they'll want me to go snooping through there, so I'm going to go back through here and see what else land is over here. Yeah, and there's Wat Cabanel. Just as we predicted, they did grab the silk. Unfortunate. And here's our alliance with Lafayette. Unfortunately, what's going to happen, as soon as Lafayette goes to war with somebody, it's going to pull us into the war. If we decline, well, our alliance goes kaput. So hopefully they're not at war with anybody right now. But we did complete that quest, which has given us +1 to diplomatic attribute points. So I'm going to go in there right away. And we have the options between +1 happiness per age on the palace and city halls, or we can get influence bonus towards initiating or progressing the befriend independent action, or +25% influence towards supporting or rejecting diplomatic actions. I think we're going to go with initiating and progressing the befriend independent action. The reason why is because when we flip ages, it's going to be a cash grab for all these city-states. We're going to want to gobble up as many as we can. And here it is. An ally is at war. Who are you at war with? Trock. Support Lafayette. You will honor your alliance with Lafayette and declare war on Trock. I think we're going to do it. I am going to open the war details. Right now it is even, but I am definitely going to throw some more support for us. But we now have to boogie and get out of the way because La Venta is their ally and we are in enemy territory. So let's just kind of skedaddle over there. There's another settler here. Hopefully the Moreau will end up destroying it. The Moreau's got a lot of units, so that will come in handy. And now I need to spend some gold upgrading our guys. This is why I like to keep a small gold reserve. Now all of our units are upgraded and ready for combat. There's an archer here and an archer here. The Ur also has a bunch of units. So I'm thinking we're going to own Lingapur here in a little bit. Our settler, there's no enemy in the area, so I don't mind sending them out unescorted. No big deal. I could spend 60 influence to bolster Moreau's city-state, and it will give them a military unit. I think we're okay for now. Looks like they have 3 units here. I'm definitely going to destroy that settler. So let's move out this way. And this is where we are going to unpack, except I'm going to do it manually. So that way the AI does not mess it up, because I want 1 spearman there. I want my burning arrow right here. And then I'll put the other warrior right here. I thought we had assault. Oh, apparently assault doesn't work when you manually do it. Units can move after unpacking from this commander. Or maybe it's because the commander didn't have any. Oh, the commander does. Why can't I move? I want to attack these people. Well, we're going to see how this goes. Let me go upgrade some more units. These guys are fully healed. I will send them up to the front line. And this scout is going to be a forward observer. So I'm going to put them back here. Oh my gosh. There's another settler from Troon-Trock. What is she thinking she's doing? She's at her settlement max. I didn't even see this one. 1, 2, 3. She can't settle here. 1, 2, 3. She could settle here. Now here's the thing in Civ VII though. Anytime you raise a city, it gives you a permanent war support penalty. So even if this is a trash settlement that we end up taking, you still don't want to raise it. I'm really upset that I can't fire with these units right now. I don't have too many options. Maybe my scout can get over there before she decides to settle, or maybe I can... I only have 44 gold, so I can't afford anything. I got a unit there first. No, because settlers have a movement of 3. She's going to be able to get there next turn. Where are you going now? Your elephant is sitting in my territory. I'm going to steal you. Oh yeah, she's backing up very quickly. But I'm going to take the opportunity to go ahead and fire on that settler. Move this spearman into place. This burning arrow is going to come and join that army. And we're back up to 85 gold. I think we're good for now. How is our tech stealing doing? 13 turns out of 15. So we're about to steal another technology. Isn't that nice? Suffering war weariness. No, I'm not. She's suffering war weariness. In fact, I'm going to make it even worse. There's +3. And you can see it in here when I highlight my unit and hover over hers. The -3 to war weariness directly impacts the combat strength of the unit, which helps offset the +8 that the AI gets for being on deity difficulty. All right, now that we're at war, we will be able to slip through here. Hopefully there's no units in the way. There's another archer from Leventa. All right, let's just try going right up through. I mean, that should be okay, huh? Small break from the war. We have a growth opportunity here in Appalachia, and you can see here, instead of growing into another tile, I could actually grow by adding a specialist to this tile, by giving it +2 science, +2 culture, +1 gold and food, but -2 food and -2 happiness. And that's because this is an urban district. The city hall is my only district, which is the reason why you see it here. For now, though, we're going to continue to grow because I think there's too many opportunities. And now that this place is a city, I need to feed it as much as I can. So I think we're going to take this coastal tile because it's going to unlock this tile, which will be another +1 to culture. And their settler continues to move, which is making me very unhappy. I will do a movement here. And then this spearman is going to go attack them like that. And we just killed the settler. No taking settlers in Civ VII. They actually have a decent defense as well. That's why it took me a couple turns of hitting them. But now I say we start to advance because I think we're going to take Lingapura. It'll take a long time because they do have walls. In fact, they have a lot of walls. I'm going to need to research some ballista. Jose Rizal established a trade route with Choctaw, and it's giving us another +12 gold per turn. That's not shabby. It looks like this spearman can actually hit that archer, which we were going to do. Unfortunately, it does not give us any experience because our commander is not there. But I also have some movement here, so we can do a little combined arms. Now they can get hit with the archers, and they just lost an entire tier 2 archer in 2 hits. I'll take it. I like it. Still upgrading some of the burning arrows here in the north. That is the last one. This guy is still making their way to the front. I think it might be quicker to go this way. Let's try that. Oh my goodness, there's the other settler. Nope, you're going to have to take a detour. She must be sending herself up here. I don't know if that's the right decision. She could settle here, which is still 3 tiles away from La Venta and, okay, Hariharalaya. There's also plenty of prime real estate here. Not to mention, she's at her settlement limit. Moreau's unit just lost here, which has taken away our vision. So I'm going to move over here and then try to put a lookout, maybe right over here. We will see. I am a little concerned about her archers. Oh my goodness. Do not settle a city. I refuse to allow you to settle the city. I'm going to send these archers up here as well, just to try to prevent any sort of settlement. I need to get a couple of shots off. Notice that the settler has a defense of, I think, 10. Our tech stealing was successful, but the spy was revealed. Because it was revealed, we are now suffer a -4 influence penalty for 10 turns. Ooh, that is not great. We did gain the following effect, 141 science. I wish there was a way for me to see that. Over here in the global yields, which you can get to just by clicking up here. I'm looking at my influence, and it doesn't really say it outright. I was figuring we'd get a relationship impact, but not an influence impact. Oh, it is time for a celebration though. We're gonna go, what are we building over here? Ancient walls, a library. I guess we'll go plus 30% production. And we get our next social policy. I guess we'll grab the gold. That is fine. I just realized I've been on auto queue, which I don't love doing. We could have been building the Weiyang Palace, which we might do next. We still have 13 turns towards engineering, 17 turns towards literacy when we get the Nalanda. I'm not sure what unlocked for us, but we are now able to move our gypsum, and I'm going to throw it, I think, into Cahokia. There it goes. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to throw this into Appalachia because, remember, +2 to the capital, but +4 to any other city, so it makes more sense of it being down here. There is an archer in their capital. That's pretty smart. So I'm going to try to hightail out of here as fast as possible. Moving the spearmen up forward just by 1. I don't want to move too far. In fact, smart play would have been to keep the commander with the spearmen. So if the spearmen get attacked, the commander gets some experience. And I think we just lost the scout. Yeah, we did. It's okay. We do have a diplomatic action. Lafayette wants to do some culture. I don't want to spend what little influence we have, but I guess supporting them does help. They have moved their archers into position here. Now, unlike previously, when I was just doing the individual range attack onto the archer, just to farm experience, in this case, we're not trying to do that. So I am going to use the focus fire. 68 big damage. And then I think this will actually destroy them. They have something called a reckless ability penalty. I do not know how they earn that, but it could have been from an event. So I will destroy them there. And now our commander has another promotion. I think we'll grab the +2 combat strength to infantry units. More importantly, we have to go kill this settler. Come back! This might do it. Nope, it's a wooded tile. Do not settle. Unlike our settler, who's going to settle right here. I think the first bit of growth we will take is going to be the production just to get access to the camels. But wait a minute. If we do get access to the camels, we still have 3 unused slots. So maybe that's not the best call. So yeah, I'll take the 2 food tile and the happy. Now we are in a pickle. Their settler has moved all the way up here. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get close enough to get a shot off because any of these movements are going to kill our turn. Not to mention, she has a scout in here that I need to kill. Care less about killing it, but I suppose we shall. 13 turns to complete the Weiyang Palace. I think we will do this, and I'm going to put it over here somewhere. We already have a wonder over here, which is giving us good adjacency bonuses. So I think this would also help. Here's some bonus adjacencies from these buildings. I think right here will go good. It'll remove the clay pit, but then it gives us another city growth for us to move that worker around. In this case, I think we're going to go with the 2 production, 1 culture, 1 happy tile. We have finished the library for a nice boost to our science. And now I think we're going to go with the altar. Maybe right here in the city hall. I mean, it's not too shabby. Of course, we can grab this tile too. I think we'll go right here. Over close to Lingapore, we have the scout here. I'm going to put a lookout on, which is going to help reveal some of these units. I'm going to take a quick pop shot right there. That hurts them pretty good. And then the spearman's going to go in there and do a nice big hit. The spearman is a little low and they may die if this archer does fire, but that's okay. Warriors are pretty cheap. And remember, units themselves do not gain experience. This spearman is close to being able to reinforce though. Oh yeah, that spearman took it. There was a lot more archers where that came from. She came out of the fog of war with 4 more archers. I need to move this back as well. So many archers. In fact, I'll switch positions with the spearman. And then I'm going to fortify with this burning arrow. What's going on up here? Oh, she's about to do it. She is about to do it. And I'm going to have to raise that city because I'm not going to have that worthless settlement sitting right next to our territory for all of time. Our rivals in the Mayan Empire, so that's old Jose Rizal, are starting to work on the Wyang Palace as well. Oh, thank goodness. She did not want to settle that city, but for some reason my burning arrows still can't hit it. What's going on here? Guess that's a hill, and this is forest, so probably couldn't see through the forest. This is vegetated as well. Okay, that makes sense. Please continue to heal over there. Another growth, and I think we're gonna grab this 2 food, 1 gold coastal tile to continue to emphasize growth. Then we'll grab some camels when need be. I need to move this scout out, at least out of range of those archers. The army commander is going to command everybody to fortify in place. We have some archers coming up towards Alabama. That's not a big deal. I will just keep these fine folks inside of Alabama. That's not going to work out too well for you. Small break from the war front. Lafayette would like to know if we want to do a local festival. Don't worry about all the archers. Come to my festival. In Alabama, I am going to grab the ancient walls just to make sure we don't have to deal with any nuisance. And their settler has taken off on a boat, but you can't run away from me. Where was that settler going? Now I kind of want to see back there. Is there another land tile? Come here, Scout. You're taking a break. Trung Trac and Lafayette have made peace, which means we could also propose peace in 2 turns. It would be great if we weaken her enough to be able to get Lingapore, but we are at our settlement max, so I think we should just outlast her. We have done significant damage to her, as have our allies. Look at all the damage she just took from Ur, and now from us. In Cahokia, it looks like somebody completed the wonder before we did. There it is, Jose and the Wyang Palace. Well, that kind of stinks. I really wanted that one. We did get the production for it. So I'm thinking we're going to grab the barracks. The barracks represents 5 more production per turn if we pick the right tile. Of course, it wants to go next to in the library, or we could use it right here. I still want to save that tile for something more juicy. So maybe we'll put it right here on this farm tile, knowing that we're going to put a wonder here, hopefully, eventually. Then we get the other city growth. So we might as well go grab these hides now. This is +3 production and a happy. This is plus food. I think we'll grab the food this time. More production in Appalachia. We did finish the altar. So it's probably time for a monument. Look at this fishing key. +7 to food. Oh, this is a have to. Look at all those adjacency bonuses. We will put that there. More growth in Choctaw. Where is the city? Wood. Right here, 1, 2, 3. We will be able to get these fish, which is another resource for us. So let me grab that tile there. And then our new little town, Kusa, is going to grab some dyes. Jose wants to do a cultural exchange. Yeah, sure. Why not, buddy? Even though you just got the wonder before I did. I'm going to build the pot cop because, well, right now we don't have a lot to build in our capital. But the only reason I'm going to build it is because I'm pretty sure there's probably an event connected to it. It is ageless. I just don't understand what's so good about it. +1 food for each adjacent resource isn't that great. It doesn't remove the warehouse bonus on a tile, which means So if it's a wood tile, it's not going to take away from it. So I guess we'll go here. Here's a 2 food and 1 gold. It is next to the hides, which we're not going to be able to get. Since I've got a little bit of extra gold, I'm going to throw some walls here in Choctaw. No big deal there. And their units are running away. I wasn't able to get another hit, but the Ur are putting up a nice fight. All I keep seeing is more of her units dying. Love to see it. Here's an event called Growing Fame, and like I suspected, it does reference the pot cop. So we're going to get either 150 culture or 150 science. Our culture is doing better than our science, so I'm going to grab the science for now, which does complete engineering, giving us access to the amphitheater and the blacksmith. But more importantly, it means we can start work on mathematics, which is going to give us more codex slots and access to the academy. Granted, it's going to take 31 turns. That's a long time. At least we're only halfway through the Antiquity age. I'm going to grab another merchant first, and then I'm probably going to go into an amphitheater. No, probably blacksmith. Once again, there's that wonderful blacksmith tile. I think we'll go here. And maybe the amphitheater would be really good there. Actually, there's a farm tile here. And this is still giving us a +5. So we're going to replace the farm. So many options of construction here in Appalachia. But I think growth is where we should be going. And that granary, which is an ageless building, is going to give us a +6 to food. Although it wants this nice position here, which I'm not going to give it. That's where our library is. So I think we'll go right here in this flat grassland. Our scouts out here in the ocean trying to figure out where Troontrock was going to end up going. Who knows, but there's nothing up here either. And there she is again with yet another settler. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm guessing she's going to settle somewhere right next to this cotton. Or is she still trying to go up here? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to put a city in here. There is fresh water. The yields are At least there's a bunch of culture. And she's down to 3 settlements, which means Lafayette did take one. Oh, what a bad choice, Lafayette. He took the northernmost one, which is the most out of the way and non-connected from his empire. Now we can also propose peace. She does not like the idea of giving us one of her cities. We'd have to do a lot more damage to her, but a peace deal seems fine by me. But with that sentiment in mind, I do plan on blocking this pass. So I'm going to take this archer, move it right there, and then the spearman, move it right there. And now that we are not at war, she can't get through here to get her settler up into this area. She's not happy with us, but that's not a big deal. Speaking of which, we should probably try to steal another technology from her. Halfway through the Antiquity age, and I think this is the 4th video. Either these series are going to be probably 16 to 20 episodes long, or I need to figure out a more concise way to update you. I see a lot of comments saying that they appreciate how in-depth that I go. I'm just not sure if all of you are going to be willing to watch it for that long. But I'm looking forward to hearing your opinion in the comments below. So until next time, much love, happy gaming, and I'll talk to you soon.